Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Darenk, and today we're gonna look at Lotro update 16.2 in the beta on Bullroarer, and we're gonna look at the 6-man, the Dome of Stars. So it's one of the new instances they added. It's the new 6-man. They added one 6-man and two 3-mans, and we're gonna do it on tier 1 because tier 2 is tough. And if you don't know, people on the beta server, it's just easier to do it on tier 1. For demonstrations. First boss, we've already cleared the trash. The first boss is this big mom-like or elephant thing up here. He is relatively easy on tier 1. Tier 2, he can hit like a truck. Bosses will hit for around 30k on tier 2. I'm not kidding. If you look at him, there's a bunch of little ads you have to kill first before you even trigger the boss. He has 2.1 million hit points. Pretty significant. So yeah, first clear the trash. You see, I'm playing on my minstrel, but we have another minstrel who is actually healing. So I'm just DPSing. Again, this probably would not have been a good combination for tier 2. Alright, there he goes. Big Upal King. Now it is still bugged, like the quest won't update after you defeat the boss, and the final boss does not have a loot yet. But as I said, it's 16.2 the beta. They just opened this up basically. So there's still a lot that needs to be done, and there's probably still a lot of balancing. And remember, this is tier 1, so it's easier. But he is gigantic. Look at it. Pretty awesome. The hunter shooting him in the butt there. Sure, why not? Got a nice 23k heal there. In tier 2, he will have more resistance and more hit points, obviously. And also, whenever you kill a guy, that will leave a bubble behind that you should drag the boss in because he takes more damage when they're in the puddle or whatever. Much like in SG, the last boss, where you have to kill the skeletons and then you can only do damage while you kill the skeleton around them. That's just the Guardian's debuff. Well, you can see he drops fast. Again, it's tier 1, tier 2 is more resistant. The ads are better, worse. I mean, you can see our minstrel here being hit by 3 guys. On tier 2, that you can't have that. You need somebody paying attention to minstrel. The minstrel needs to be next to the guard or something. We're just gonna clear all the ads a little bit. But then again, I mean, that big elephant thingy is almost dead too. So, I think that did put eyes on there. He does more damage over time. The longer you take, the more damage he takes. He does. I think it starts at 300% extra damage, but it goes up to, I don't know if it has a limit. But now it's a 400, and that's why it's important to get that debuff going in tier 2. He looks pretty cool. But tier 1, you should be able to pug it. If they don't change it, I mean, it's still doing balancing. Of course, it's not, nothing is set in stone yet. There he goes. Fell on my head. Didn't take any damage from that. Disappeared really fast. And you can see that the quest does not update. As I said, it's bugged. But I mean, that's not the important part. We get some loot here. Get a new axe there. It's not great. It has too much vitality in my eyes, but it's definitely a champion's offhand. It looks really cool. I think I'm gonna look at it here. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Nice golden axe. I would use that on a champ. Yeah, I'm doing a voiceover, I'm not doing this live. It's just easier that way. So weapons have a new design, and you also saw they have new names too. They don't have that all the same name, just different tiers. It's actually a new one. So there's gonna be a lot of trash to clean up. It's more something on tier 2. The warriors are immune against taunts. So it makes it a little bit harder to tank for the guard. Or warden. Probably more difficult for a guard than for a warden. But we have a really good guard, so it's not an issue at all. It's just still a little buggy, the guy is standing in a T instead of normal. But in-game it's not perfect. It's still beta. Most of the trash is just gonna be a bunch of these little orcs. There is a side quest that apparently you have to do to get to the boss. Oh, the captains put up a buff to all the other minions that take, I think, 20% less damage. I forgot to look at the buff there. So you wanna kind of focus the captains out, or... Oh yeah, you wanna focus them. They're like the protectors in the skirmishes. It's more and more trash. There's a lot of trash here. It's alright, I don't mind. It's a mini, I mean, we don't do as much damage as the other DPS classes, but we can do some decent damage. It's not like we're useless. And yeah, and then don't look at this and think, oh, it's way too easy. Is this tier 1? Tier 2, even those trash pulls can be very difficult, especially the ones that come up with the sorcerers. They hit hard. They have a lot more hit points. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say to that. So yeah, you want to focus the captains first. Or at least AoE off them, I guess. They're immune against stuns or fears and stuff. I've completed a D tier. Just from doing the instances, I completed a D. So there's a lot of orcs in this. There's not too much to say here right now. I said a lot of trash. They do stun, but tier 1 you should not have a problem. Tier 2 you need a tank. We could probably get by with a champion tank, but tier 2 you need a guard or warden, especially at the last boss, which is amazing, by the way. It's one of the better 6-man last bosses, I think. I don't know if they should reduce the amount of trash in here. As that, it's just a lot, and especially annoying on tier 2. The hunter pulling, that's always good. Shouldn't do that. Hunters out there, let the guard pull. Or the warden, or whoever is tanking. Oh, I don't know if you saw that in the loot thing, you get East Gondor silver pieces now. Basically, that's West Gondor East pieces, so there's East Gondor pieces now. And there's gonna be new armor that is that you can slot. Obviously, this whole instance plays in Osgiliath, and you have to go to the Dome of Stars, which is a pretty cool building. I don't know if it's mentioned in the books or not, but it's a dome. Spoiler. Oh yeah, that scout that just runs to trigger troops. We didn't have to fight these. We just ran into it on accident, I guess. But here's the captain buff. You take 20% less damage and 10% more run speed. So you want to take out the captains first, basically. I don't know if it's higher on tier 2. But I mean, 20% is not the end of the world. But if you have two captains, this stack, so it's 40% less damage. It makes sense to try to kill those guys first. So yeah, you don't have to kill everything. But you can see there's a lot of trash pulls. I don't think there's an instance with more trash pull in a 6-man. Pulse of Dale doesn't have that much. SG is not that bad. But I probably leave that on there, so it's definitely a longer one. It will take you probably half an hour on tier 1 if you have a good group and you don't wait and just kill everything. Probably might take even an hour on tier 2. So you're gonna have to plan for that. I think this video takes a while of 38 minutes, and that is at the first boss. We skipped the first trash, which is a bunch of trolls and orcs basically. Alright, so we're done with the orcs. Now we are the Easterlings with their cats. We killed plenty of them already in Rohan. And some Pathers, and then there's a bunch of Sorcerers, which are ridiculously easy on tier 1. But again, tier 2, they're strong. Alright, there's this side quest, the Lord of the Pinions, which apparently you have to finish to go on. Which seems kind of weird to me, I think. I'll either just add it. I haven't tested it, but I would do it anyway. It gives you extra loot. No reason not to do it. Yeah, the captains are immune to stun, daze, fear, and root. But you can still siege them. I think. To pay attention to that now. So yeah, we want to complete the side quest. You have to kill those 5 Eastling Sorcerers to unlock, I guess, a mini boss. No, 1 out of 5. And they're ridiculously easy on tier 1. Which is okay, you know. Tier 1 is designed for players who don't have good gear, who might not be as good at the game yet, and can still finish the instance. But of course you want to do tier 2 challenge mode if you want a better loot and if you want to experience the real difficulty. I don't know, I'll say it. But then again, you need a better group, so I didn't want to do that here on a beta server. Getting a group together like that takes time, and then yeah, you're stuck with a 2-hour-long movie or so. So it's just gonna be a lot more trash to kill. You can see what I mean with, I think that it's the most trash you have to kill in any instance. Other than maybe, the old 12-mans. And Kandum and Urugaf, but I don't count them. There's lots of archers in here. I think we actually pulled 2 groups here, but again, tier 2 we probably would die to that, but tier 1, it's not the end of the world. Like, the Minster can survive, the archer's pretty good. Pretty crazy anyway, the Minstrel did put himself a lot of morale since he had 30k points, which, you might need. I was in my Minstrel on the Freemans, and I boss did random attacks, and he hit for 23k. So I'm at 17 right now. I probably have to bump that up to, 25 or something. You do need a lot more hit points. Alright, there's somebody in the tent, so trying to get the tank to run in there. As I said, you need to kill the Easterling sorcerers to finish the Lord of the Pinions side quest. Fight a mini boss who give loot, so there's no reason not to. It's a pretty cool tent. But you can see, I mean, they have 100k, but they have like no mitigation C on tier 1. They drop really fast. I mean, even I hit for 10, 15k. Not too much going on in healing ways either. If you look at the sides, we don't take a lot of damage. Again, if you play it on tier 2, it's a different story. Oh, we missed one by over there. So we had to go back and kill that guy. With that thing that the sorcerers put on you, where everything goes blurry. I think you can turn it off, but I like it. It's part of the game. Somebody finished some kind of deed and got 15 silver coins. Oh yeah, those guys reflect only melee damage. So if you're a mini Lawmaster, Runekeeper, you're fine. If you're a champion, guard, you want to pay attention. Because it's 100% reflect. So if you do 20,000 damage, you reflect 20,000 damage. Not good. That can kill you fast, especially if you're a champion and you do an AoE and there's two guys. You might one-shot yourself. So pay attention to that. I forgot which guy said that. That's the way on. We still have to kill one more sorcerer here. The devoted, okay. Can see put on the debuff, I think. No. Yeah, so the champion did get an 11k back. So it's only melee, it's not tactical damage. So Lawmasters, Runekeepers, Hunters, Minstrels, you all don't have to worry. Only Beyonding, Champion, Warden, Guard have to worry about that. I think Staff Strike counts as a tactical, that's why maybe it didn't work. I don't know. It's still bugged. I mean, still a lot of bugs in this. Alright, there we go. Rook is the mini boss. If you paid attention to your Lotro, you know Rook. He is in Snowborn. Around there, you help him there. He is in the Dunlands, you help him there. It's like in a lot of places. Now we find you have to fight him. Well, not finally you have to fight him, but you fight him again. I'm sure there's more to this in tier 2. I actually never got that far in tier 2. But in here, he is immune here at the beginning as long as his 4 dudes are around. He just doesn't take damage, period. So you have to kill the 4 guys around him first. And they get these birds around there where they take 95% less damage for 30 seconds. So you probably don't want to start a lot of DPS. You probably should have just focused the ones without it. I don't know why we decided to focus the one with it. It's kind of stupid. But you learn, I guess. Something hit me there, I didn't pay attention, but I dropped pretty low. Yeah, so now looking at it afterwards, he turns to one and he protects that one, so whoever he turns to, don't attack that one, attack another one. Simple as that. And again, I don't know what this involves on tier 2, but I'm sure it's more. But yeah, then let's just kill those guys. There's gonna be a lot of birds, you can see, so the mini probably wants to stand close to the guard the whole time, so the guard can tick them off. I can see the ads again. Okay, they saw it. There were 2 ads with that reflect, and the champion did his big AoE and killed himself. So yeah, if you play a champ or any melee class, you have to pay attention to that. Like Burglar and Captain too, of course. But champion probably the most because of his AoEs. It's just so easy to not pay attention to the AoE and then get hit. Again, there's more birds, so it's really... I don't think the guard needs to be on the sorcerers, as they don't do anything, at least on tier 1. Again, I haven't done this in tier 2, so I don't know about anything about that. But on tier 1, just stay with the group the guard, and then the rest can shoot them down, the guard can protect against the birds. But yeah, so you need to kill all 4 guys, and then you can attack Rook himself. See my amazing DPS machine here. Yeah, last person joined was a minstrel, and then like, nah, whatever. Tier 1 will be fine. Alright, so now we kill our 4, and now we can attack Rook. We're just gonna kill all the birds first. I think the birds are more annoying, at least in tier 1, for the interrupt to do. You do some healing inductions to interrupt. Rook itself doesn't really do much. And he will drop pretty fast. Now I don't know if you actually kill him or not, or if that's like not in the beta yet, but we just dropped him down to like, well, you see it here in a bit. Oh, I've missed here what the debuff did. I think you take less damage, he puts it on us as well, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug. But you see, he drops there and then he just resets. And that's it. But we defeated him. So I don't know if that's intended, if we kill him, or if he says something, we missed it. Here's some new gear, which is really not that good. But then, again, beta, stuff will change. But there's really no reason not to do him, you do get loot. Alright, again, we have to defeat the Black Blade of Lebanon. We already defeated Upa Kang, and that was the big elephant. But I said it doesn't update. Yeah, right now the boss does not drop anything. Still working on this quite a bit. I think the thinking about releasing this in 2 weeks or the end of April. I'm a little skeptical there. There's still a lot of work to be done. Okay, again, there's a captain, so you wanna take him out first. If the Lawmaster and the champion AoE, it goes pretty fast. Especially Lawmaster AoE is pretty crazy. Alright, and now it's time to go into the Dome of Stars, which is it's a pretty cool building here. There's a few legs in here, but yeah, it's like a cathedral, I guess, or the throne room. I don't know. I hope they explain it in the quest lines exactly what this is. Throne room would make sense. So here we fight now the next type of enemy, those little risen armors, what they call again, blackguards. Again, on tier 1 they didn't do too much, but what they do is once they die, another like in there, they do this, which I think is cool. They put your screen black, and then when they die, they release this little ghosts. The ghosts do 2000 damage to everybody every 3 seconds. So you want to kill them fast. And I think I'm gonna assume this is more significant tier 2, but it's like you don't want 4 of those around. You would take way too much damage. So I think what you want to do is you want to kill one blackguard, kill its ghost, and then kill the next one. Oh, and they have that reflect, like all the guards have a chance to reflect the damage you do as shadow damage. As that hunter experience, apparently he got a pretty good crit and it reflected, so you almost died. So always pay attention to your health in these instances. It's really hard for me to heal if you take 20k damage. I love that your screen goes black. I think it's a cool little feature. So spell spirits that do AoE damage. You can see the whole group is dropping in hit points. Said if you would fight 4 of those at the same time, probably pretty bad. Again, there's a lot of them, and I don't know if that's maybe too much. Like instead of having 6 or 8 of those guys, maybe just half it. Because it takes a lot of time. What, you're 27 minutes in. With the trash in the beginning, we would have been like 37 minutes in, and yeah, we're standing around a bit, and we don't have the best group makeup, but still. Definitely one of the longer instances. It's more comparable to SG and time-wise. Alright, once we killed all the little trash thingies, there's the... What's that? I thought it was already the guardian, the door warden. Anyway, so you have to fight 3 here. But then again, the mitigations on tier 1 are pretty sad. Oh, there goes the door warden, right? Anyway, you have to kill the door warden, and then there will be a second one appearing apparently randomly in this area, and you have to kill him too, and then you can move on to the boss. There he is, yeah. So he just has a bunch of hit points. At least on tier 1 he doesn't have any special skills that I can tell. Put some bleed on everybody, but it's really not fear on everybody, but it's not that great. Right, so the door begins to weaken, but as I said, there's a second one, and apparently, as I said, they appear randomly somewhere. So you have to find them. This little area here. And for us, he was right over there, stuck in the fence. Again, I think this is not intentional. It's something they have to work on. But once you defeat him, you can go through to the boss room, which is the best part of this instance by far. The boss is pretty cool. Super easy on tier 1. I can imagine pretty hard on tier 2. And the area is pretty nice. Gotta go up there. Loading screen. Right, and here we are at the boss room, the final boss, and you can see this dome. It's like Hagia Sophia-like or something like that, or Pantheon-like. Pretty amazing. And you can see this is where the Palantir was for Skiliev, the Seeing Stone, the one that, if you watch the movies, Dinner for Heth looks in, and Saruman. Looks pretty cool. And we have a ring wraith up there. We have to fight 1.1 million hit points. It's not that amazing, but again, tier 1. Tier 1 fight was super easy. Yeah, I'm gonna let him talk. I don't know, I like it. Good voice. If you put voiceovers, do it at the boss, that's a good idea. So tier 1 he doesn't have any special abilities, and again, I don't know what he does in tier 2. That's the Guardian's debuff. And look how fast he drops, he has like no mitigations whatsoever. He does summon a bunch of little spirits, I guess. So you just have to be ready and tank them. And then the cool thing is he's gonna summon a bunch of old bosses. If we look here in a minute, now there's gonna be Gorov here, there's gonna be Mazog. I didn't recognize all of them. Arkandor, I don't remember when we fought him. But Goroful from SG is there, Mazog is there. And his animal, but I mean, it has 68,000 hit points. It's pathetic. There's Mazog, or there was Mazog there for a second. So I can't imagine this being really tough and hard on tier 2. But tier 1, I mean, look at this, he's almost dead. And there you go. Final boss, there's still gonna be some balancing to do, obviously. And there's no loot yet. So we did all that and there's no loot box. So I'm really looking forward to trying this on tier 2. Probably not on beta, maybe if I find a good group. But probably on my, once it comes out live, of my kin. But yeah, I really like this boss room, it just looks amazing. It reminds me of the Lieutenant in BG. In Mirkwood. It's a pretty cool fight up there too on the top of the tower. Yeah, beta. Quest is not complete and no loot. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I think I look at this stuff again. I think it looks awesome. And yeah, you can look at a pretty cool view of Skiliev here, totally destroyed. Just some old loot. It looks really nice. See all those bats and ravens flying around? I like this a lot. Looks good. I put a lot of work in this. And I like this dome when you respond to me. Again, beta. Alright guys, well I think showed everything. Hope you like it. See you guys next time.